Mitwa. Born to late Sardar Singh and Mrs. Prithpal Kaur on 7th of June 1942 in Lahore. Father, a senior railway officer, a highly strict moral conductor, having uncompromising values of hard work, kindness, and sacrifice in human relationships. Mother, an extremely loving and caring persona with spirit of total submission and total sacrifice. Brothers, we are total 3. The eldest, an Air Marshal retired from Indian Air Force, Gurcharan Singh, with a list of unending decorations, PVSM, AVSM, VM, VSM, a highly distinguished officer of the IAF in the form of a technocrat, now retired, living at 76 years. Elder brother, that is younger to him, older to me, Dr. Lakbir Singh, PhD, a chief microbiologist, retired, settled in United States of America since 1956. Happily ensconced in the family tree, born, raised, and flourishing in United States of America. Sisters, total of 3, 2 elder, 1 younger by a couple of years. 2 of them unfortunately lost out on their life partners. The younger one is living quiet, happy, resigned, looking neither forward nor backward, perhaps in the quietness of the present, along with a somewhat ailing husband. Wife, Mrs. Bale Singh, is from the art world, classical / folk dancer, a beautician of her own rights, and a follower of art of living. Has gone deeper than many others and dabbled with the formats to bring in ease, solace, and comfort in life. Daughter, settled in Canada since 1998 after marriage. Unfortunately, the marriage has run into deeper woods than a sunshine should permit. Is a postgraduate in economics and social sciences with additional qualifications in French language and creative advertisements. Presently works as market manager in a travel agency, along with an additional work hour as assistant editor in a local daily in Ottawa, Canada. She is, without reservations, my soulmate of life. Mitwa. Born in Lahore, remember very clearly the carnage of the Indo-Pak formation cauldron, saw the mass slaughter, rape, agonies of stark hunger and death. Came to Delhi with somewhat broken family, totally shaken, uprooted. But God's grace and the grit of the parents resettled with continued educational profiles unto the college level in Delhi. Studied up to the final year of the BSc before joining Indian Air Force 1961 in Flying Branch. Indian Air Force profile, first phase of 22 years, participated right in the beginning after commissioning in the Chinese aggression 1962, came 1965, and the huge victory memorandum of 1971 Indo-Bangla War. Flew thousands of sorties in other critical lanes of natural disasters, both within and beyond the borders of the country. Abroad, yes, visits, the duties carried me to the Middle East, Afghanistan, Iran, Russia. I visited Tokyo, Singapore, Canada, USA on private visits also. Have enjoyed my first phase innings from 1961 to the 1983, mainly as a flyer. Thereafter, sought and got premature retirement in 1983. Resettled myself and family around Shimla, Mitwa cottage, purchased a small piece of green, quiet and somewhat away from the madding crowd chunk of land in village Baldia, 20 kilometers north of Shimla, in the God's own little spot, as I wish to call it. 1975 was the year. Today, 31 years of my livable and lovable life have blossomed, groomed, and how fortunate that may fade away here with the same glory, with the same content, with the same satisfaction as it has been lived. Built 3 cottages, Mitwa 1, 2, and 3, over a period of 15 years from the 1980 to 1995, with intentions to generate a bit of income to supplement my meager pension resources. Generally, the arrangements are working reasonably well. No regrets. In fact, with thanks sitting on the truth of my lips and the exalted supreme joy of soul satisfaction. By some happy arrangements, Air Force remembered me again after a lapse of about 4.5 years. It was a joy, kick joy in fact, to take off back to those 30,000 heights and fly again for 6.5 years all across, generally within India, but confined to the Chandigarh, Ladakh and the border zones of Nifa as well as Leh and Ladakh. My lasting memories on the canvas, I wish may they never be tarnished. Those are the glorious imprints forever. I am obliged to the Air Force, to the great innings they afforded me. I, on my behalf, have no qualms that I did not give less than my best. Other merit understandings notwithstanding. Preoccupations, I live about 10 months of the year at Mitwa, moved down to Chandigarh during extreme winter. Wife joins me for 4 to 6 months, but she cannot unfortunately bear the extreme cold and other vagaries of climatic conditions. Total involvement is, in fact, practiced with commitment, with desire, with excitation on issues like preservation of environment by way of doing practical work in this field. Visit rural schools in spreading the awareness towards environmental and human relations and social conduct. Happy and soul satisfying again to be involved with destitute children and old age home within the vicinity of Mitwa cottages. There is one Kasturba Gandhi Balika Ashram and one old age home in the vicinity. Feel good at seeing additional smile on the faces of the uncared children from the disowned parents and their homes. The bondage of these mutual interactions brings in soul satisfaction two ways. Women, well, feel like spreading awareness amongst especially the oppressed and the subjugated class of them, who are indeed most of the time and generally in this area are exploited by the bossing husbands and the in-laws, and an organized social custom which doesn't even make them realize that they have been born to live. Very unfortunate, very sad, but maybe the day of reckoning will come. I am trying to do my little bit in this direction by bringing in model role models to this have-not segment of the women, from those who have fought out their own ways out of similar clutches and become successful in that direction. So live examples, when interact with the ones under the drowned status, I think it does help. Well, to the hunger of the cyber, Zehni Bhook ke liye, have started to organize a mini home voluntary literary meets when some of us, 8 to 10, maybe 15 at odd times, assemble once in a fortnight under the self-coined nomenclature called Bazme, Sakoon, Azad, Guftagoo. It says it all, I need not explain. Associates a small group of enlightened people of the area, no more than 10 to 12, and a small band of school children, 30 to 40 in number, who helped me in cleaning up the jungles and stopping the forest plunder. Finally, beyond all this, I wish to preserve my personal life, enjoy the company of good books, music, mainly Indian classical and ghazals, and find relief in indulging in some poetic expressions, seeking to evolve some answers to the dichotomies and dictates of life. Presently, I am being urged by some well-meaning friends to take up writing more seriously, with eventual objective of getting such ramblings published for a bigger audience. I cannot help but vocalize my thanks and gratitude to Asima and Mahesh in this direction. Presently wish to contribute more regularly in the news columns, highlighting the issues of dogmatic life and our living space called environment. Have started to feel the takeaway of the time must not delay is a reminder for who knows. My daughter Mitwa is my closest bosom friend, and we confide beyond the age, beyond the barrier of relations, and beyond the times of our lives. Totality of the years involved in shaping. Local situation, it's a quiet world, defined as above. Immediate associates of my area are my tenants and my helpers. My Chowkidar Raju and the other helper Sunita are proud, happy, unfortunately, widowed mother of two beautiful sons in the age group of adolescence. A set of very loving, caring and dedicated personas. I cannot but be extra fortunate in having them around me for all, practically all of my needs, ichhas and comforts. I wish I can repay their thanks in more than one form as and when the need arises. Eventual wishings. Somebody asked me the other day, any close of the chapter situation wish list? May I say? Do some positive contributions to the issues of environment and nicer human relationships.